I'm Anthony Landell here outside the Student Center Ballroom where comedian Pete Lee will be performing tonight. Here I have with me is Catherine Fallon, who is the coordinator of the event. Hello, Catherine. Can you tell us more about Pete Lee and what he will be performing tonight?
Sure. So Pete's a comedian originally from Wisconsin. Now he lives in New York, and that's kind of a lot of what his comedy centers around, is being a Midwesterner living in the big city. Most recently, he was featured on the Jimmy Fallon show, as well as VH1's Best Week Ever and Last Comic Standing.
So why did ACBU decide to pick Pete Lee?
So when we choose our comedians, we attend a conference called the National Association of Campus Activities Conference. That's where we find all comedians and we get to watch them live. So Pete was one of the funniest comedians that we saw, and that's why we chose to bring him.
So can you tell us the difference between having a comedian on campus versus the casual speaker?
Sure. So a lot of speakers and lecturers often focus on more serious topics, oftentimes like slam poetry and motivational speaking, whereas comedians, they're making jokes. It's a lot more a lighthearted event rather than a more serious topic.
And so Pete Lee is a stand-up comedian, correct?
Correct.
And so after the show, will there be a meeting of between students and Pete?
Yeah, so oftentimes our comedians are very open to taking pictures with students and talking to students after the show, so we anticipate that that'll happen again tonight.
So how long has the process taken to book Pete Lee?
So we booked him back in the spring, and we've been planning all through the summer and this semester to bring him. So the process takes a number of months, sometimes up to a year, so that's about how long we've been planning.
And I heard there was a little discrepancy in the scheduling. Could you please explain what happened there?
Sure. So the show was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. There was a little bit of a transportation issue with Pete, so we decided to move the show back to 8 o'clock. So it is happening at 8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's here in the Student Center Ballroom, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you excited to see Pete Lee?
I'm very excited. I personally think he's probably one of the funniest comedians that I've ever seen. I did get the chance to see him live, and I think he's funnier than most, so I'm excited for our audience.
Do you think the audience will enjoy his laughter? Is his laughter kind of college humor?
Oh, for sure, college humor. I think it's the perfect choice. He was the perfect choice to bring to Bradley.
Okay, so once again, that's where and when?
That is going to be in the Student Center Ballroom at 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, you hit it there. Well, thank you so much, Catherine, for the wonderful information. I'm going to enjoy watching this comedian. It sounds like a great time. Remember, it's 8 o'clock here at the Student Center Ballroom. For BUTV News, I'm Anthony Landell. Back to you guys in the studio.